Hello everybody! Today I'm going to be doing a book haul. I have a few books that I have won off of Goodreads, and then I have a few books that I got from a bookstore that has cheap books. I'm going to start with the books that I won on Goodreads. They're a bit unusual for things that I read, but I kind of enter anything that looks interesting or whatever on there, or something I think one of my friends might like, or whatnot. So the first one is Thin from Within by Joseph Luciani. I think, I don't know how you say that. Luciani. It's Luciani. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm not really sure what it's about. I'm just assuming it has to do with some weight loss things. And here, read this for you. Thin from Within explores the emotional triggers of ingrained behaviors driving overindulgence. It offers you powerful cognitive tools that will retrain your brain, along with simple self-coaching techniques proven to break self-sabotaging cravings, compulsions, and emotional eating. These strategies will turn healthy eating into an effortless process of ongoing weight mastery. Thin from Within. Just because I do tend to like things that are on health and whatnot. So, next, and similar theme, is Your Poison Plate: Why You Are Sick, Fat, and Tired by Alan Frank. And this says, do you wonder why, despite your efforts to follow your doctor's advice and adhere to the government recommendations on diet and exercise, you still feel fat, tired, and sick? Dr. Frank explains why the food your mother fed you no longer exists, and what your body needs for optimal health, and what you must do to regain your health. Another health book. And then the third one that I have won recently from Goodreads is Fiction Writing Modes. Almost said models. 11 essential tools for bringing your story to life, just to help with the writing process and whatnot. I have toyed with the idea of writing, and I like to write, but I'm going to read this probably next month while I am on a trip, because it's going to be a long ride. I'm going to Chicago. I'm not really sure how long it's going to take, but we are driving, so it will take a while with stops here and there and whatnot. So I'll probably be reading this on the way there. And 3 books that I got at Mckay's bookstore, if you heard of that before. I know there's a few of them, but I don't know how far out they go. I just know we have one in Chattanooga. But I got 2 books by John Grisham. I've read a couple of his books, and I really like his work. I haven't read one of his books in a while, but both of these were each 10 cents, so I couldn't pass them up. But I got Skipping Christmas, which I think is a movie as well. So it has Tim Allen. Yeah, it's a Christmas with the Cranks, starring Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis. So Skipping Christmas. Skipping Christmas. Imagine a year without Christmas. No crowded malls, no corny office parties, no fruitcakes, no unwanted presents. That's just what Luther and Nora Crank have in mind when they decide that just this once they'll skip the holiday altogether. Theirs will be the only house on Hemlock Street without a rooftop frosty. They won't be hosting their annual Christmas Eve bash. They aren't even going to have a tree. They won't need one because come December 25th, they're setting sail on a Caribbean cruise. But as this weary couple is about to discover, skipping Christmas brings enormous consequences and isn't half as easy as they've imagined. Classic tale from modern times, Skipping Christmas offers a hilarious look at the chaos and frenzy that have become part of our holiday tradition. Which, I'll probably save this to read around Christmas time, but 10 cents, couldn't pass up that either. We have that. And A Time to Kill. This searing courtroom drama, best-selling author John Grisham probes the savage depths of racial violence as he delivers a compelling tale of uncertain justice in a small southern town, Clayton, Mississippi. The life of a 10-year-old girl is shattered by two drunken and remorseless young men. The mostly white town reacts with shock and horror at inhuman crime, until her black father acquires an assault rifle and takes justice into his own outraged hands. For 10 days, as burning crosses and the crack of sniper fire spread through the streets of Clinton, the nation sits spellbound as young defense attorney Jake Brigance struggles to save his client's life and then his own. The thing about John Grisham is they're usually court-based books, but they're really good. If you like that sort of thing, I like all genres. So, my sister is the one who actually led me to start reading his work. And this Sarah Destin book, I have read every single one of her books except for this one because I was waiting to find it for cheaper, and this was only $5. So, voila, bought it. It's called The Moon and More. This one is, at first glance, Emmeline seems to have it all. Great boyfriend, a close-knit family, an idyllic beach town to call home. But now, in the summer before college, Emmeline wonders if perfect is good enough. Then she meets Theo, an ambitious young New Yorker assisting on a documentary film about a reclusive local artist. He's sophisticated and exciting and thinks Emmeline is destined for bigger things. Emmeline wants the moon and more, but can she balance where she comes from with where she's going? Yeah. These are like teen kind of books, but I started, the book that got me interested with her books was like the summer after I graduated high school, which was like 5 years ago, was Along for the Ride. It was her newest book at the time, and so I was like, oh, this looks interesting, because I was reading like a 17 magazine, I think is what it was in, and I was like, oh, this looks cool, I want to read this. So I went to the library, and they didn't have that book, obviously, because it was too new, but they had a couple of her other ones. So I read, I don't remember which one I read first, but then I just started a collection, and I have like, not all of them, but a few of her books on my bookshelf. Now, I am really, I said this is the only one I haven't read of hers, but she has a new one out called Saint Anything that I haven't read yet either. But I'll read it eventually. I'm really looking forward to this book. This might get put on the top of my to-read pile because I love me some Sarah Destin. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.